This is Susan Wilbanks with blendedinsight.com. I am a holistic and integrative healing arts practitioner, an intuitive, and an energy healer. In this podcast, I share tips, tools, and suggestions that have helped me along my path in hopes of inspiring and helping you along yours. Let's get started with today's podcast topic. Hello, bright soul. Thank you so much for joining me on today's podcast. I want to thank everyone who has taken the time to leave me reviews. I look at them and I see them, and I want to thank you so much. Also, thank you so much for sharing my work and commenting and just staying connected. It means the world to me. So for today's podcast, I'm just going to jump right in, and that is trusting the process. And the reason I wanted to bring this up is because I know there is a ton of change going on right now. Planetary-wise, energetically, there's a lot of endings, and there's just a lot of chaos in general. It's all around, and so chances are you're feeling it too. Something really interesting happened to me last week. So for those of you that listen to my podcast regularly, you know that I believe exercise is super important, and I've been going to Orange Theory Fitness since July. I love it. It's a lot of fun, and here in Colorado, there's been something going around. People have been getting sick. It's everywhere, not just here in Colorado. But I am pretty sure that someone in Orange Theory got me sick. And so I haven't been sick in 5 years. I don't get sick. So when other people are sick and they catch the flu or the colds or whatever, I mean, it's been like this since my daughter was little. Even when she would go to school and catch things, I just wouldn't catch it. So I don't want to say that I developed an arrogance, but I don't have a fear around it because it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry you're sick. Thankfully, I just don't really get sick, so I'm good. I think it's part of my supplements because I'm really diligent about whole food vitamins and eating well and exercising my body and doing all the things just to take care of myself. And the universe was sitting in the shadows chuckling because they got me this time. The cooties got me. I was so done. And what's so interesting about it is because I do keep my immune system strong. I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. So last week I went to Orange Theory on Tuesday morning and then again on Wednesday morning. Tuesday morning I started thinking like, is there allergies in the air? Because I'm getting congested. It's really strange. It must be allergies, right? Can't be the cold that everybody's getting. No, that doesn't happen to me. So I was like, let me just bump up my vitamin C. I'll be good to go. So I wake up Wednesday morning and I'm like, oof, I'm not feeling that great. But I went to my 5 a.m. Orange Theory class because I'm like, it's just allergies. I'm good. I mean, just full denial. So I go in, and after my workout, had a great workout. It was a steep downhill. It was a downhill slope from there. So I get to work and I'm like, I'm not really feeling all that great. And then it took me down. That night I came in with a fever and the body aches, and literally my voice just left. It left. I had no voice. Couldn't speak. I sounded terrible. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I had so much planned for last week to cancel everything. I came to work Thursday morning and I said, I can't. I feel terrible. I have a fever. So I put in sick leave, and I'd take sick leave for the rest of the week. And I was in such denial that I'm like, I'll be fine. My immune system is strong. It's just a little bug. It'll pass. Every day I'm doing this. A couple hours. It'll pass. Give me a day. And the next day I wake up and I still have a fever. And there was some resistance. It was more denial. And then finally I was like, okay, that's it. I'm sick. I can't do anything. I have to relax. My body, I don't really know what happened, but my body got sick. So it just is what it is. And I was thinking, my muscles are going to atrophy because I had to miss my Thursday workout. I had to miss my Saturday workout because I'm not one of those people that is just inconsiderate and is going to be sick and go around people and get them sick. I'm just not going to do that. And I telework, so I didn't go into the office and get people sick even on Thursday. I just thought, oh, I'm working from home. I can power through it. And then my fever was getting worse. And I'm like, I can't power through it. Let me go back to bed. And so it's all part of trusting the process, because at the end of the day, my body, for whatever reason, needed it. It was vulnerable in some way, and I needed a rest. And I haven't rested like that since the last time I got sick 5 years ago. I'm a super active person, And I sat and binge watched shows, and I was so bored. I was so bored, but I was so achy and cold. And I watched, I actually liked the show on Amazon Prime, The Marvelous Miss Maisel. I thought it was a really good show, so I binge watched it. And, people were really sweet and checking on me, which I appreciated. But I quarantined myself. I'm like, everybody stay away from me. Trust me, whatever this is, you don't want it. Stay away. So I sat and I was down Wednesday night through really Sunday. I mean, Saturday I was better. My fever was gone, but I wasn't well enough to work out. But I'm like, okay, I'm not contagious anymore. Now it's just getting rid of the rest of it. And I resumed normal activities on Tuesday. I went back to the gym because I'm like, okay, I'm fine, just a little congested, but I'm not contagious. I'm not coughing on anyone, or I don't have a runny nose or anything. Whatever I have, it's contained inside me, so we're good. But I'm not myself yet because of the congestion. You know how that is. You feel like half of a person. So it really was just a real reminder to me that sometimes you just have to relax and go with the flow. We can't control everything. We want to, but we can't. So as long as our attitude is good, sometimes we just have to surrender and let go. And not only with sickness, I'm even hearing it with people with their body, with my body. So the interesting thing about this is that I've been in a calorie deficit. I'm working with a nutrition coach, and we planned to reduce my calories, after the first of the year. We were stabilizing my metabolism. And so we had taken my calories down by 200 calories from what I was at and adjusted my macros. And my body is like, we're really not wanting to release any fat at all. So we're just going to hang tight. And it's really interesting because the body resists change. Even the body resists change. Your body doesn't like to do too much drastic change. And I'm actually okay with it. I feel like we're way too hard on our bodies. So I'm listening to people now after the new year, and they're trying to force their body into making these changes, and they're over exercising and under eating. And I've done it. So, I mean, I've done it before, but at the end of the day, it's kind of working against the natural laws because your body works so hard to keep you healthy, and your body works so hard to keep its homeostasis. So it's more about working with the flow and trusting that something's happened. Something is going on, even if we can't see it. So today we just, it was 2 weeks in. So it's like, okay, my body is like really resisting this. So let's take a little bit more away gradually, in calories. And so I'm working on that too. But the thing is, my mindset is so much healthier than it's been in previous years because I believe in the process and I trust the process. I know I'm doing all the right things. I'm eating healthy. I'm eating well. I'm meditating. I'm stretching. I go to red light therapy. I sit in the sauna. I'm doing everything I could possibly do. I work out really hard 3 to 4 days a week, and then I walk on the other days and do yoga. And I've gained a tremendous amount of strength. So aside from the physical, it's also life. Right now, my job is in a transition, a huge transition, where we're changing to another agency. And so with that, we don't know who we're going to be working for or where we're going to be working or what our work hours are going to be. It's a lot of us. And so there isn't anything else we can do other than actively look for positions that would suit us and trust the process that, hey, I've done everything I can do. There are unseen factors that are working itself out. And so all I need to do is do what I can do and then relax and trust that something is going on. And I really believe it's more about your attitude because I've seen it both ways. Some people, I'll work with them privately, or I just listen to their language when they're making comments or just saying things, and it's like they're feeling like a victim, I work so hard and I do this and all of that. All feelings are valid because we all get there at some point. But there's so much resistance in the language and in the energy that it really doesn't help you. It really doesn't help you. So the way that I see it is like, okay, like when I was sick, oh my gosh, I'm like, why? Because I've been working so hard in the gym, and I'm like, no, I mean, I was dramatic and ridiculous about it, but I'm like, my muscles are going to atrophy away. I can't get in the gym. oh my God, I'm going to lose all my strength. I didn't lose any of my strength. I was perfectly fine. I was still able to get back in there. I mean, my first couple of days were tough because I had been sick. So, my body is like, okay, we're getting over this. Let's get back in it. But I was still able to PR, that's your personal record, with my weights and my strength. So I was fine. Just sometimes we throw a little tantrum and I'm raising my hand and we're a little dramatic about things when we really just need to back up and relax and get a better view of the big picture. And we just have to remind ourselves, and how are you talking to yourself? Because if you're talking to yourself like, my body doesn't do this, or this doesn't happen for me, or nothing works out for me, or I'm a victim, you're just adding so much resistance to it. You're really not helping yourself. Or you can just say, you know what? I wish it was a little quicker, but there's nothing I can do about it. So let me focus my attention on something else. I trust in the divine timing of things. I trust in the divine plan. So let me just relax. Let me let go of resistance. Sometimes you do just need to focus on something else to get your mind off of it. Exercise is really good for that, because when you're working yourself really hard physically, you're thinking about, okay, I need to take a breath here. I'm dying. so your mind isn't on the other things. And that's another really good benefit of exercise. So I just wanted to stop in and say that. I know it's a tough time with all the changes and planetary shifts. And for me, my birthday is in February. So 52 days before your birthday, your soul kind of does a dump of things that aren't serving you anymore, your soul's evolution. This is something that I had learned a little while ago, and then I forgot about it, and I was working with another energy healer who brought it to my attention again. It was like, look, you're purging a lot right now because you're close to your birthday. I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. That's true. Okay, cool. So whatever needs to go, let it go. And what needs to come in, let it come in. Yeah, change can be scary, but it's part of life. And here's the thing. You've survived it. You always find a way to make it work. So this change will be no different regardless of how big it is. So if you can just find ways to soothe yourself, calm yourself down, it will help you tremendously, and me, because I've really been working with that. I mean, every day I go to bed and I think, okay, when I wake up in the morning, this lingering congestion is going to be gone because I'm a rock star and I'm vitamin C and I'm in the sauna. I'm meditating and I'm relaxing and I'm going to be fine. And then I wake up the next day and I have the congestion again. And then I'm like, okay, well, tomorrow it's going to be gone. And then people that have been sick with this, for a while, some of them weeks, they tell me, oh, yeah, I've had it for a couple weeks now. And I'm like, no. I'm like, well, if I'm going to have it that long, I'm going to have it that long. I'm functioning. My body is doing its job because I am getting better. So I appreciate my immune system and really just been focusing on blessing my body and being grateful that, hey, I'm better. When you're sick, you realize how much we take for granted. Just being able to breathe and have full senses, we take that for granted. So then once you can't and you're congested, it's like, oh my God, I can't smell anything. I'm done. It makes you feel like half a person, like I said before. So the more it clears, the better. I'm like, okay, I feel good. Just the fact that I don't have body aches is great. So taking time to just be grateful, remind yourself that the universe has your back. Things are going to work out. They always do. Let go of things that you can't control and surrender to a higher reason, a higher purpose, things we can't see, things we don't understand. It's important, especially when you're feeling like, because there's things going on that you can't control and it's uncomfortable. I totally get it. I'm right there with you, but we're going to get through it. And so with that, let's do an energy healing. Let's do an energy healing to just bring down divine soothing energy. So go ahead and uncross your arms and legs. And you might feel me working a little bit on your heart chakra just because I want to soothe you. Fill your heart with love and trust and bring it down through your spiritual cord as well to help you feel and know that you are divinely connected and you're divinely protected. And there is a higher plan. You just can't see all the details. And I'm just flooding your whole being with beautiful healing energy. Focus on your breathing. I'm finishing up. Just focus on your breathing. Knowing that there is a plan. Things are working out. Okay, and so it is. Thank you again for spending this time with me. If you haven't left me a review on iTunes, I'd so appreciate it. And as always, you can connect with my mailing list by going to Blended Insight and signing up for my newsletter. I'm not as regular as, I'd like to be with my newsletter simply because it's just a time thing for me. However, I have recently updated my healing list and I just have to send it out to my mailing list. So what that is when you do subscribe, you get to download a list of my healings and products by topic, because a lot of times people will ask, oh, do you have a healing for this? I have so many healings. I just don't have the time to go through and find links or figure it out. It's just best to get on the list and get that list so you can look yourself, but also just trust what you're drawn to. Probably the easiest way to find healings is to go to my website, look at the products, or go over to my YouTube channel and just type in the keyword that you're looking for while you're on my channel. That's probably the easiest way to do it. Because, there's only one of me, and so it's just tough for me to remember and find all these things, especially last week when I was so sick. Oh my goodness. I just laugh at myself because, you know what? We're having a human experience, and sometimes we just have our human moments, and I think one of the ways that I just keep things moving and keep it light is by laughing, acknowledging it, laughing at it, and then picking myself up and keep on stepping. So that's what we all have to do during this time of change. And I wish you the most beautiful week. Shine your light and just keep on self-soothing and moving. This too shall pass. Have a great week, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.